What's going on, guys? This is part 2 to an inside look at my perspective during the Season 2 SERE Challenge hosted by Randal with Grunt Proof. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly encourage you to go first watch the entire second season that's uploaded to Randal's dedicated SERE Challenge YouTube channel. This footage is intended to give you guys a closer look at my experience there while competing in Season 2 of the SERE Challenge. In part 1, you guys saw me survive through interrogation and successfully make it to the extraction point without being captured by the hunter Jared with 2 Alpha Solutions. Part 2, I'll now be the hunter looking to track down Jared and preventing him from reaching the extraction point. Just like how my time as a survivor started off, Jared would be captured and subsequently interrogated until his time came to escape. Once he made his escape, I'd be called into action. The challenge would begin.
Get the fuck out of my house! Get the fuck out of my house! Get up!
Wrong. You invaded my country. You American pigs coming to my country. What is your mission? Remain, send in the hunter. He's escaped.
Good morning. What we got?
Hey, so he just darted off that way.
Okay. All right.
Need you to get him brought back so we can get his gonads cut off and get him back down to the train station.
Absolutely. Just straight up this hill?
Yeah, he went that way.
Yeah. All right, what's going on, guys? This is the morning of day 2 of the SERE Grunt Proof Challenge, and I'm getting ready because I got a hankering feeling that the prisoner our guys just caught is gonna escape. So, and now it's gonna be my turn to hunt Jared down. So, just putting my gear on, getting it all situated, and just waiting for that call, and then we'll be going out there and tracking him down. Yesterday was an eventful, fun-filled day. I was the survivor, and I made it to the end point, and I think it was like 11 hours or something like that. So, not too bad. It was right there, right at nightfall, essentially. Sun went down, and used the darkness to kind of conceal my movement, and was able to get in and bring it in for the win. So. It was good experience, and not once did I see the hunter yesterday. So that tells me that I was doing something right. So my strategy today is kind of building upon my experiences of yesterday, and I'm going to kind of try to bisect and get in front of the areas that I know the survivor is going to be making his way through. And what I mean by that is the survivor, I have the benefit of not having to be as stealthy as him. So I can take the main trails. I can take the paths of least resistance. I can do a lot of stuff he can't. He's got to be more stealthy. He's got to make slower movements. I can beeline straight to things. So I'm going to try to get to those points ahead of him so that I can set up little LPOPs and essentially sit, observe, and listen. And try to pick off his location. And once I pick off his location, I can start sending in my aides, my backup, to try to funnel him in and channelize him, and then hopefully we'll capture him. So should be an interesting day. I can take essentially almost anything I want in terms of gear. So you know, all the little environmental factors that plagued me yesterday, like, you know, warming layers and not having shit paper, for instance, those are non-issues today. So those are Jared's problems, not me problems today. So like I said, Should be a fun day, guys. Stay tuned.
Good luck, man.
All right, fellas. So my intent was to take the boundary road far flanking left and use that nice easy path to try to gain some ground on him. Now I got to cut over. I got a pretty damn steep climb ahead of me, so wasn't anticipating that, but shouldn't be an issue. So the hunter, we know he's gonna have to stop at some point, check out his gear, see what he's got. Plus he's probably tired from the initial ascent of going up that hill. So that should give me some time to try to close that gap. We'll see how this plays off. All right. I just made it to the top. It's pretty open up here. So I'm gonna be a little bit more stealth. I heard Bill on the loud hailer just ahead of us. So he's got to be in this general vicinity still. I'll be a little bit more quiet. You kind of skirt this direction. I feel like he's going to try to skirt the boundary here because it's so much more open over here on the right. I feel like he's going to try to stay on top of this hill as long as possible. So let's keep pushing.
To your northeast at 400 meters.
Roger, soft copy. I just got intel that he's 400 meters to my northeast in that direction. Okay. So I don't know if he could just try to scoot down and hook around, try to. Yeah. Okay. So, thanks. You got it. Coming for you, Jared. I'm coming for you, boy. All right, so I'm trying to close the gap. Mostly uphill. So, I think he dog-legged on me, which is understandable. That's what I did. So that may have cost me trying to go around that hill in the beginning, but it's all right. This seems to have, there's areas of Manzanitas, but there's also areas of easy access. And I don't have to move as slowly or as quietly as he, because I got to make up ground. But he's also going to be resting more. He's only got one canteen of water, and he's got to be way more stealthier than I. So I'm gonna use that to my advantage. So last intel update I got was he was 400 meters northeast of me. I think he's taking the same, not to say exactly the same path, but I was going northeast most of the time yesterday, so he's gonna be doing the same. There's a lot more openness here. I'm gonna use these roads to my advantage. That's an advantage he doesn't have, or he probably, if he's smart, he won't, but I'm gonna use this high avenues approach to hopefully close that time distance gap, maybe get in front of him. But he's definitely got some distance on me. It's all right. We'll close that gap. Hey, bro.
It's another benefit I have over him. I've got more water. He's only got one canteen.
You resupply whenever you need some.
Yeah. Right now, he's probably trying to move as fast as he can, but at some point, he's going to have to go through his gear and see what he's got. I think he was duct taped. He wasn't flexi cuffed, so it shouldn't have taken him very long to get out of that. I'm thinking at some point he's going to hit these manzanitas. It's going to slow him down significantly, which I'm going to use to my advantage because I've got these trails that I can use to move faster and get ahead of them. That's why I got my freaking tripod tool, so I can get to an area like this where I have more visibility. I can scan and wait a little while.
What do you think, with the vegetation the way it is, the probability of detection?
It's tough. I mean, got a dude running around wearing multicam. I mean, unless he's running around in the open,
yeah,
it's not going to be that easy. I will say this looks a lot more open in this area, this general vicinity, than what I was going through yesterday. I was going through dinosaur land yesterday, but this area looks a little different. So, anyways, I'm gonna keep moving.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to get to a point where I feel like I'm starting to get ahead of them. I'm gaining ground. Again, I've been taking these trails. And I'll probably go a little bit further up. But I just want to get to a point where I can look down into one of these valleys that are heavily vegetated. I know are going to slow them down. And then once I get in front of them, and I get that next perk, I think that will help out a lot. So again, just trying to, the big thing right now is just trying to get ahead of him. First, close that time distance gap, get ahead of him, and then figure out what his location is from there. So, but as long as he's in front of me, I'm just playing catch-up game. So I definitely got to get in front of him. Starting to warm up significantly, so start taking off some warming layers. I think I'll leave my base layer on for now, but definitely got to get this fleece off. It's one perk I have that the Survivor doesn't, is I have warming layers. He's just got probably, I think he was wearing a grid fleece earlier, so that's probably all he's got. So it benefits me the longer this goes. So once it gets to sundown, it's going to start getting a lot colder. That'll suck for him. Alright, I'm going to push a little bit further northeast up this trail. Again, even though I know I've gained some ground, I was 400 meters behind him, so there's still a good chance that he still could be in front of me, so I gotta close the time distance gap. Alright guys, so I've pushed up the trail quite a bit. Right now I'm overlooking a draw right down there. I'm supposed to get another enemy location update here in about 10 minutes, so once I get that, I'll confirm whether or not I'm ahead of him or not, and then I can adjust fire from there. So again, my ultimate goal is to find a location where I can get decent eyes on an area that he's likely to cross, and then I can sit down and observe that location for a period of time. So, but that's all going to depend on what this next intel update says. So, we'll find out here in a second. What's that?
You're moving fast.
I'm about to get an enemy sit rep, so figure out where we can go from there. HQ's Hunter.
Say again?
Hey Roger, can I get an enemy sit rep?
Yeah, copy. Stand by. Last known position is 600 meters to your southwest. How copy?
Yeah. Roger, I copy 600 meters southwest.
Roger.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, hold on. Let me kill mine. All right, plan's working good. I'm ahead.
All right, so just tell me a little bit about your strategy and what you're thinking right now.
So I started off, obviously he had a head start. He went straight up a hill, a big hill. So initially I was going to skirt around that hill and try to cut him off. But what happened is, as soon as I got on top of that hill, he was about, I think it was like 400 meters to my northeast. So he obviously dog-legged and went the opposite direction that I went. So I had to gain some distance on him. So I jumped on this nice, easy, high-speed mobility fucking highway here, and I booked it up the mountain to try to first close that time distance gap between us, and then to gain ground on him. So I just got an update. He's 600 meters southwest of where I am right now. So strategy's working. I'm ahead of him. Now I have to actually backtrack because I'm 600 meters freaking past him. So now I'm gonna backtrack. He's southwest, which is awesome because the terrain down there from my perspective looked like it was a lot more open. So from my higher vantage point, I'm more likely, in my opinion, at least I'm thinking in my head right now, to be able to see him from my higher vantage, so with my binos and everything else. So I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna look for a spot that's pretty concealed, high vantage, high visibility, make a little hide, a little OPOP, and then pull out my little tri-stool here and drink some coffee and play the waiting game.
Chill out.
So
Cool.
all right guys, look at this awesome location. The woods are a lot more sparse down there, so I can see through them in certain areas at least. So I'm gonna poach up here. I've got a nice little small manzanita bush right here in front of me, and I'm gonna turn this into an LPOP. But one thing I got here to kind of plus up my camouflage, I got this thing called a ghost hood made by Con Camo, and I'm gonna put this on so it breaks up my outline. That way I can sit here on my little stool here, relax, drink some coffee, and play the waiting game for a little bit, at least till my next perk. All right guys, we're set. So again, right down there is our southwest. Last report location of the survivor was 600 meters southwest of me. So hopefully he continues either northeastern or northwestern track, and that will take him down here where I can get eyes on. But for now, I'm just sitting here in this LPOP, just play the waiting game. If you guys thought that I was fucking around about drinking coffee, you don't know Brent 0331 very well. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's the good shit. So one thing I have to take into consideration is Survivor is getting enemy sit reps just like I am. And he's probably getting told, depending on when his last sit rep was, that the enemy is northeast of him. So I'm hoping that's going to push him to the northwest, which, as you guys can see, I have the most vantage of. starts going further east, that's going to be a little bit different. But right now, from where I am, I can definitely see about 500 meters out before the woods start becoming too thick for me to see past them. So hopefully we'll get some eyes on here in a minute. Well, not too soon because I want to finish my coffee. But I think we got a good plan here. So we'll see if it comes to fruition. All right, so I've been sitting here about 15 minutes or so, no sight. I just requested HQ to about 600 meters southwest of me on the road to get on the loudspeaker and yell out to him to try to push him to the northwest. But they informed me that the loudspeaker was down, casualty of war, apparently. So Stoker's going to use his old Marine Corps fucking man voice, not the later Army weaker one that he acquired later, but the old Marine Corps one from when he was a sergeant of Marines. All right. And he's going to taunt him. So hopefully, again, that pushes our prey to the northwest towards us. All right, so here's the update. I've got about 10 more minutes before I can get a updated enemy pause rep. There's been a lot of vehicle traffic, both from the ATVs and the little Kubotas that the sports staff have driving around. Also, I know Randal stopped on the main trail, the one that I used to get up here, so I don't think the survivor is gonna likely to cross that trail. Could be wrong, find out here shortly. But with all that vehicle traffic, I'm hoping that it's kept them on this western side, the side that I've been observing. So, but again, we'll get a final update here in a minute. All right, guys, it's time for an enemy update. So let's see where he's at. HQ's Hunter.
Stand by a minute, Hunter. Stoker was on the other channel.
Roger.
Okay, Hunter, go ahead.
Hey, Roger, I wanted to see if I can get a enemy update perk.
Hunter, say again your last.
Roger, I want to see if I could use my enemy location perk.
Yeah, copy. Stand by.
I have a feeling he went southeast, which is that direction. Now he's probably hooking around. So if that's the case, then I'll have to jump back on that trail. And again, push past him and set up another observation point. Problem is, he gets updates just like I do once an hour, so hopefully his next update is me being behind him, if he's in fact behind me. And that way I can get ahead of him and hopefully catch him out in the more open terrain. I have a feeling he's gonna try to avoid doing what I did yesterday, going through a bunch of manzanitas. It was incredibly physically taxing, and I know he did this a lot of the same stuff. So, you know, after going through the Survivor Challenge yesterday, he's probably pretty physically spent. So he's probably looking for the path of least resistance. So it's one of the reasons I also thought he was gonna come this way, because it was a little bit more open down there. But time will tell. Time will tell. The flip side of all this is I got 2 canteen cups worth of coffee in me. And my fucking motivation is amazing right now. Fucking amazing. I'm ready to chase that motherfucker to hell and back.
Last known enemy location, break 255 degrees, 550
Roger, I copy 255 degrees for 500 meters, over.
Roger, that's a solid copy.
Guys, we are in the perfect position, so I can see 500, at least 500 meters. And if what he just told me is accurate, this plan is spot on. So 255 is right down there. And I would say that road, which I thought was the boundary, but maybe there's a road just past it, is about 500, maybe a little bit short. So, no, actually, I think 500 is probably a little bit further than that. But he's in that direction. He's coming this way. So, just going to stick with the same plan. I'm going to sit here and observe, and hopefully we can pick him up. But he should be coming in my field of view. But it looks like there's a lot of manzanitas over there. So he might be roughing it right now. So I'll have to look through my binos and see if I can see those bushes being disturbed. But so far, guys, I think our plan's working out. So good stuff. All right, fellas. So I'm deciding that he's almost parallel with me. So in order to maintain my edge, I'm going to actually push alongside this hill further down. I think what he's doing is he probably found some defilade. He's using that defilade. I don't know if he knows I'm exactly on this hill or not, but I got to assume that he can, or that he does know that knowledge, and then try to adjust fire. So it's about 30 after. So he probably got a last perk that's told him to avoid this direction. So I'm gonna change it up on him, keep him guessing. So, all right, so the view over here isn't as good. Now, I'm thinking that at some point he's got to start going to the northeast for the end point. So he's got to change direction eventually. I think he was going way northwest to try to skirt around me. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna move over to that next hill, next prominent terrain feature over. See if I can do the same thing I was doing over there, get a good view, and then maybe he'll keep coming that direction. He's either gonna do that or he's gonna have to start moving straight east to try to get away from me. But hopefully his next perk isn't for a while. So let's see what we can do. I try to head him off, guys. Try to get on these next prominent terrain features. He's obviously going in this direction, unless he gets a perk that tells him I'm in front of him. Yeah, he's gonna keep coming this way. Up and down, up and down. It's the name of the game out here, guys. No pain, no gain. Made it to a new OP. My view is not nearly as good as the last one. However, I think he's trying to move in this direction. So my plan is, when I get that next update, hopefully he's continuing this path. It means he's got to go up this hill, and it's a motherfucker. Well, I'm already pretty much up here, so once he makes it to the top, hopefully I hear him and I'll be waiting for him. All right, I'm at OP2, so I'm gonna give it till my next perk, get my next update on enemy location, and then I'll adjust fire from there. I don't want to push too far to the west, because because I don't want him to get another perk with me being over there, because that will just push him east or northeast. So I kind of want some offset so that he's told that I'm to his northeast, and that will make him continue to go to his north. And then I can just flank him and wait for him at the top of the hill once I hear him coming up it. So that's my goal right now. We'll see how it pans out. So I got my perk in about 5 minutes or so. I think I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna start heading this direction. So I think he's gonna be coming up over here. I want to be backed up and ready to move when I get the next perk, because if he's continued this path, then he should be making the ascent up this major hill. So yeah, I'm gonna back up and get moving. All right, I'm on the move.
Hunter, this is HQ.
Send it.
You hear we got you some helo support out there?
Okay, Roger. Thought it might be enemy coming in for the extraction. I was getting ready to ambush.
Yeah, that's Roy coming in hot.
Roger. Does he have the strippers and beer on that bird or what?
Again, you didn't specify which sex, so good luck.
I guess that's what I get for dealing with the Army.
You haven't caught a Navy guy yet, so.
I'm on the verge. HQ's Hunter. Hey Roger, can I get an enemy location update?
Last known location. Lost wandering soul. 210 degrees, 600 meters.
Roger, I copy 210, 600 meters. Fuck. He dog-legged, changed direction. So, yeah, he got intel where I was. God damn it. All right. It's the name of the game, guys. Name of the game. So now we gotta go back. And he's put some distance between us, so I gotta go back essentially where I was and cut him off again. Alright guys, I don't know if you can see it because you can't zoom in, but the mobile COC is a white pickup. I'm staring right at it, and that's probably a good maybe a click out. So he's 600 about in this direction going this way. I just asked for some roving patrols to go up and down that path. So I'm gonna start making a beeline. I'm a dead reckon using the COC there, and maybe we can cut him off. But I want those mobile patrols to fix him in place so I can close with on him. And that's the plan. Alright guys, there's a big draw down here, and I think he's been using his defilade to make his move. So I'm gonna cut at an angle on this hill up here and try closing with. So I've got the support. My support guy's gonna be on the road. They're gonna do some layout handling, moving some vehicles up and down the road, try to fix them. But I don't know if he's making that incline yet, but he's 600 meters out, going probably northeast. So I'll try to, again, name of the game is trying to head him off, but you know, he gets an update on my location that makes him change direction. So I don't want to go too far this way, back this way, because when he gets that update on where I'm at, I'm going to push him back this way. So I'm trying to make sure he knows that that road up there is uncrossable with the vehicle traffic. If I can convince him of that with my support guys, and we'll push him back in this direction, which is where I want him. Kind of a makeshift path through here. Might help me speed up. Maybe. It's that dry riverbed. This is probably what he's been using. A lot of moving, guys. If you want to do something like this in the future, make sure you have endurance. Same for the week. I'll tell you that much right now. So, just kind of the outlook of how things are going. I feel like I've kind of contained him in the same area for an extended period of time. I mean, it's 11:35 right now. You know, he started around 06-ish, maybe 07. I can't remember what it was. But in hindsight, he hasn't gotten very far. And yeah, you know, we're kind of doing this back and forth game, but you got to remember, I'm in the lead right now. I've already won. So he has to win. In order for him to win, he's got to get there quicker than my time. So by me constantly being mobile, making him have to adjust and go up these different mountains and hills and stuff, it's just delaying his end time if he makes it to the end point. And that point I win. So it's all about winning. Nobody likes a loser. So I'll keep playing this game, guys. You know, if he gets an update where I am, he changes direction. All right, well, I'll move to the new location. And as long as I'm keeping him behind me and he's not advancing, it's stalling time. So ultimately I want to capture him, but like I said, as long as I can keep him from beating my time from last night, we're going to get a big fat W on this one. So that's the game plan. All right, I don't know if you guys can see it, but that mobile COC is right up there on top of the hill, white truck. So he was somewhere down here from me. He's got to be moving this direction. He's got to be moving north or east, northeast or east towards the end point. So it looks like he's got some steep inclines over there, which should have slowed him down some. All right, so this is what I'm thinking. I'm looking at this terrain here, and it's fairly open, kind of like what I'm standing in. I'm betting he's skirting the side of this, using it to mask his movements. So I'm gonna hang around here. I don't want to go too far east, because when I get that next update, if he changed directions and started heading back that way, then that's just that much further. So I'm gonna probably go maybe more up this, skirting the side over here. I'm gonna do a little bit more listening, slower movements. See if I can pick up on them. So I think this is the main MSR that leads up to the mobile grunt-proof COC. So I'm hesitant to believe that he actually crossed that yet. So again, I think I'm gonna stay in this general vicinity until my next update. Get a better idea of where he's at. All right, so since I'm near this MSR, I'm gonna go ahead and get a resupply, water, chow, GoPro batteries. So there's no telling how much longer this is gonna take, and no telling when I'm gonna be by this road again. So I'll take advantage of it while I can. Here he comes. you know, brother.
I see.
You too. So,
How you feeling?
good, good. Dude, I had 2 canteen cups of coffee up there on my first LP.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, this is the life right here.
Money.
And then he changed directions on me, so I had to move. Then he changed directions on me again. Which is to be expected. Oh shit, is that a humanitarian?
That's a humanitarian meal.
God damn, I haven't seen these since the invasion.
Brent gets his link up and supply drop with Stoker. Interestingly enough, their link up site is just 50 meters from where Jared and I linked up just an hour before.
And he changed directions and started coming back the other way.
Yeah.
So now I feel like I came over here, and it's if he crossed that main MSR, he got past, then good on him. But he probably got another update that I was over here now, and now he's probably going to go back this way. So that's why I didn't want to push too far,
Right.
just in case that was the case. I didn't want him to be able to slip by me, so I wanted to be centrally located for when I got the next update.
Yeah.
So,
Give me a fill up canteen?
yeah. This recruit's done, sir.
That's right.
That shit.
Alright. So current enemy update. Well, that's gonna be 180 degrees. And I'm gonna call it about 200, between 150 and 250.
Okay.
So 200 plus or minus 50.
Okay. That's good. That's not too bad. He got farther than I expected, but he's closer. It's not 500-600 freaking meters like last time.
Yeah.
So, and even though I'm carrying more weight, I feel like I'm moving faster than him. So I'm gonna get to Didi Mao.
That's right.
Get the fuck out of here. All right, so he got a little bit distance, even a little bit farther than I thought he would. But he's only 150, 200 meters away from me. So I'm gonna close that distance. Might be able to get on him quicker. At least get visual detection. So it's getting interesting, fellas. We're closing that gap. Right. He's probably at 150 this direction right now. That means he's got to be moving that way, which for him is about southeast, east. So he's taking an eastward track right now. All right, let's try to do this, guys. All right, so he was about 180 degrees from me at about 150 to 200 meters. So I'm gonna go 160 pace count, and then I'll pace count out to about 100 meters or so, and I'll stop, look, and listen and see what I can see. I just gotta stay out of this dinosaur land. Right. The mobile grunt-proof COC was about 50 meters off to my right. So I highly doubt he crossed right there. He would have went down a little bit. So it's probably closer to 200 meters away from me. So he's a little bit further. I'm gonna push it a little bit further. And I'm gonna do a seals hold. And then we'll see what we got. But he's close, guys, he's close. Alright guys, I went about 200 meters or so, 160 degrees from my last location. I think, because I moved, I double timed it. I think I'm still ahead of him. I'm hoping that his last enemy update was while I was back there. So hopefully he continues to come this way. That's why I'm setting up. I'm sitting here he comes down. It's really thick through there. And then there's a little bit more open over here, so maybe he'll come down this way. Or if he goes down that thicker part, it's gonna make a lot of more noise. So we'll stay here for a little while and see what happens. So I feel like I got a good spot, I got good visibility. Right behind me is essentially parallel with where that grunt-proof COC is. You can hear Stoker's dog barking over there. That's about 100 or so meters off to my right flank. This is the more open area. So if he does hook around and end up trying to use this, he'll walk right past me. But what I think is more likely is he's gonna try to use this area, but it's a lot more thick down there. So I should hear him. Now the question is, will he get an update on my current pause while he's trying to make his way through here? If that's the case, then he's gonna change directions on me again. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully we snag him. But that's why it's called hunting. It ain't easy. All right, so he's slipped past. He's gone 300 meters from his last position on a 90-degree azimuth. So as far as I can tell, he's probably ahead of me. So I'm gonna go move and I'm gonna do something I haven't done yet. I'm actually gonna tail behind him instead of trying to get out in front of him, because it's pretty nasty dinosaur land over there. So I'm thinking I can find some terrain that's easier to cross. And while he's roughing it through that shit, I could skirt around him then. But I don't want to get too far off the beaten path by trying to look for one of those built up trails. So anyways, that's the current sit rep. Well, look at that, guys. So I was just hiking through these up this mountain over here, or just probably a hill, and I made the top and we're at trail. So take this trail, get in front of them, and then keep on trucking. This trail's pretty interesting. It's kind of going down and back around in the direction I need to go, so I'm gonna follow it, see where it takes me. But I'm pretty sure I'm ahead of him again. So now I need to get down and try to close the gap. He's got to be around here somewhere. All right, so I'm following this trail down. It's pretty thick over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna proceed slowly down this trail. And if he's making his way through here, it should be pretty loud. So, alright, so I don't know if it was intentional or by accident, but Bill was talking to Randal on my net, and they scan. They're scanning between the different nets. And Bill had said that, quote, you'll need to either head south or northwest. It'll be interesting to see what he does with the terrain. I'm thinking he's over here. He's over here where I'm at right now. And they're talking about the manzanitas, because they're just fucking awful over here. You can't get through them unless you're just powering through. So I think what's going on is the survivor is calling in saying he can't get through these manzanitas. So they're trying to come up with a different course for him, different pathway. So I'm just gonna follow down this trail a little bit further, see if I can hear anything. And if not, I'm gonna double back, because I think he's gonna adjust course, because he doesn't want to go through this stuff like I did yesterday. Awful. All right, so this plan's a no-go. As you guys can see, this is like being in some fucking rich mansion garden right here. These manzanitas are so tall, I can't see over them, so it's pretty much useless. So what I'm gonna do is hike back up it, get back to the main trail, and I'm gonna have to reorient from there, try to find a good vantage point. I'm kind of stuck in the mud right now until I can get another enemy update. The last enemy update, they didn't have me on the GPS, so he gave me the direction and distance from the enemy / no position. So I don't even know where exactly that was. So it kind of set me back a little bit. So just gonna have to adjust fire here, improvise, adapt, and overcome. All right, so this is my plan right now. That peak up there, I'm gonna start making my way up there. I think it's gonna offer a good observation of the surrounding and lower areas, and that will be at least my intent to get up there. But we'll see. The next pause rep will be big, because I'm assuming they'll have my GPS by that point. They'll be able to give me a pause rep based off of where I'm located, as opposed to going off the enemy's last known point. So, all right, stepping off. Alright, not good news, guys. So apparently he found a fucking mouse hole or something through the thicket, and allegedly he's only 300 meters away from the endpoint somehow. So I mean, it's only 14-14, so if he makes it in, he's got me beat. So I have to stop him. So I'm pretty much playing like end zone defense right now. I sent one of my centuries with the fucking figures. Sent one of the quads down the ATV trail, and try to keep them off the the high-speed avenues of approach. The problem I have right now is I know Randal's feeding them intel as to where I am, so I need to keep my head on a swivel. So I've got to kill an hour before I get another intel brief. My last intel brief didn't exactly tell me where he was. Pretty much all they told me is that that we both had a 90-degree azimuth. So it wasn't much. I would have preferred of like, hey, he's fucking 50 meters in front of you or some shit, But it is what it is. I had to fall back. That was really my only koa. So here we are. Final ball game. He's got essentially two most likely probable courses of action here. I think he's going to jump on one of these, main roads and skirt it in. That's what I'm thinking. But the problem is I'm only one person. I can only watch one at a time. So the one over there is where I came in last night. So he could be making his way to that, or he could be coming in on the one I rode in on the quad. That's why I was asked those guys to patrol those. So my problem is Randal's gonna be feeding him intel on where I'm at for his perks. So I'm gonna have to continuously be mobile and hope that I pick him off with a visual sighting before he makes it to one of these high-speed avenues. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna keep doing area patrols, and then hopefully we cross paths and I get a visual sighting, so I can at least come up with a better plan on preventing them from making it in. It's any man's ball game right now. I gotta kill Tom until I get that next update location on where his location is. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of patrolling both directions, main trails, and I'll jump up on cuts like this where I can see, get better vantage. Maybe I can pick them off. So it's gonna be a little risky. I gotta do something. He's a lot closer to the end zone than I was at this time. So that means if he makes it in, he wins. I think I got him. Headquarters. This is Hunter. I need all support staff over here ASAP. Headquarters, this is Hunter.
Send it.
Hey, I got positive ID. He's only 30 yards in front of me in the bushes.
Roger. Copy. Solid ID. 30 meters.
All units, get online with me once you get here. Bill, bring your dog. God damn. Jesus Christ. That was nice. Awesome, brother. Holy shit.
That was
How
awesome.
the fuck did you get over here so fast, dude?
I have no idea.
Jesus. Dude, I was down the fuck there, and they're like, he's 300 meters from the endpoint. It's like, what? I was like, I need relocation fucking Berg right now.
Oh, fuck me.
God damn it. I knew I thought you were gonna jump on a road from either direction, right? So I was checking the one, and then I ran down here to get to the other one. I'm like, well, his last azimuth was 90 degrees, so I did the back azimuth. So I came over here just to kind of skirt this, and then I saw this just randomly over here. I was like, what was that? And I'm looking at it, and also I just see this little white face pop up and go down. I was like, all units, all units.
So each at the same time.
Oh shit.
All right, you gotta tell him what I just did to you.
Oh yeah, so he got a good one. He got a good one. I walk up, I stand right here because I thought he was a little bit further back, and he fucking grabs my leg. He was laying under the bush.
He's standing right.
Nice job, man.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Standing right here.
Awesome.
And I just reach up and grab the leg.
That was awesome, brother.
Yeah, well,
I still, man, I want to know how the hell you made it through all that so quickly.
that was a motherfucker.
Fuck, man.
He found
Jesus.
the only game trail in this whole area.
What's that?
It looked like you found the only game trail in this whole
With
area.
this coming up this hill here?
Yeah.
Well, that's it, guys. That completes my in-depth look at my experience during the Grunt Proof SERE Challenge. Keep an eye out on the SERE Challenge channel for future seasons. Hope you guys enjoyed the series, and I'll see you on the next one.